Welcome back to the D4 channel. We have missed you guys.
It's been 10 years.
It feels like it has been 10 years. D4, how are you doing before we start?
I'm sleepy.
We all are sleepy. We are doing this in the AMs because for some reason, Skeleton Crew is on a I don't know if they're just doing it just for this one Monday or it's just going to be released on Monday. Very awkward time.
I mean, sometimes they do that, and then maybe it'll just start getting released Tuesday. Who knows?
I really hope so because, Mondays are very slow days for everybody in life. But the show, I think I very much enjoyed the show, D4.
Yes, this was refreshing.
This is mad refreshing. But before we get all that, I just want to say I'm happy to be back with the show reviews again and expect some skits this week. But D4, what can they do to see all of that stuff?
You gotta make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, hit it right, and just stay tuned. Come on, guys.
Yes.
There's social media that you can follow him. He also will put in the Instagram
stories, yeah, so you'll see that
posts
on our Twitter as well. If anybody's using Twitter, I've been hearing a lot about this Blue Sky, so I might get D4 channel on Blue Sky.
Yeah, we might just put it on Blue Sky. See how that goes.
I see. Yeah, because everyone's saying it's a lot better than Twitter, so it seems to be the replacement for Twitter. So I'm gonna try Blue Sky, but so keep attuned to that. But of course, on all the platforms you'll see us, and of course, if you don't want to see our beautiful faces, you can listen to our beautiful voices on our Spotify, which will be in the links below. But without further ado, D4, let's get to a spoiler review of the Skeleton Crew. Skeleton Crew. Skeleton Crew episodes 1 and 2. What was it? The first one was what? Real Adventure?
This could be a real adventure.
And a way out past the barrier.
Perfect.
Yes. So if you haven't seen episode 1 and 2 of the Skeleton Crew, leave now because this is a spoiler review. Now, D4, and as usual, if you're not familiar with us, we will try to talk about it in chronological order, but we are not actual droids, even though we would love to be, so we won't be able to do that completely. So, just follow along with us. It's basically going to be our vibe of the show. And D4, I am messing with this show right now. I'm enjoying it.
I'm loving the practical effects. I'm loving the humor. It's just perfectly blending for the adult audience and child audience, just like how Star Wars was always meant to be.
Yes, because George Lucas says he made this for 12-year-olds, but that doesn't mean adults can't watch Star Wars. In fact, most adults fight for the original trilogy. Yeah. And I'd probably say that's probably more... The original trilogy, if you really think about it, is more kid-friendly than the prequels. Because the prequels had to do a lot about politics and fighting government corruption. It was a lot more for adults than kids really think about it.
Yeah, that's true.
So Star Wars is always meant to be for a balance between kids and adults. And this thing, first of all, we're following a group of children. So that already kind of helps, put it in that tone of, this is a children's story. Yeah. But in the trappings of, there's adult themes in here, like the fact that, Wham. Which the main character's name is Wham. I'm not messing with that name. Wham.
What?
Out of all the unique names in the universe that is Star Wars, and your parents decided to name you Wham?
Yeah.
Nah, they didn't love him enough.
Clearly not.
They didn't love him enough. But you have issues about what you're gonna do in life.
It's so young.
They have to be Anakin's age when he went to the Jedi. They have to be 8 or 9.
Who the hell decides that young? I'm sure some parts of the world do that, but Jesus.
Assessment. So we'll get to the whole, what they call it, add-on, which is a play on the whole debate in Star Wars when they call the Imperial Walkers, are they AT-ATs or are they AT-ATs? So that they mention why they named it add-on. Which now that we know is a treasure trove of goodies.
Which is making sense why lunch money is gold.
And I thought that was just a different color of Republic credits. But then I thought about it. I'm like, they're usually silver. So I'm like, why is he giving them gold? But I didn't think much of it until later on in the episode. And another thing that they mentioned before this aired is that this planet was a crown jewel of the old Republic. So this is the first, again, correct me if I'm wrong, comment section. This is the first real mention in canon of... Actually, no, I lied. This is not the first real mention, because I think they did in a comic book. But this is like the first like on-screen like visual representation of like the old Republic.
Yeah, I guess so.
So and the old Republic is literally 25,000 years before Episode 4. So that's a long time ago. And this was a crown jewel of the old Republic, this planet.
Sure, looking like a whole suburban.
That's another thing.
Suburban planet.
Yeah, I thought it would be better in the show. It is a little better in the show. It is
a little better than the trailer made it.
Than the trailer, yeah. It's still, they could have alienated it up a bit. I don't know. It still was a little too.
I can go there in real life.
Yes, yeah, but I think because they were living in there, it became less less abrasive.
Yeah, I guess just because it's just been away from all the freaking war and all that stuff, that it's just kind of had the most ability to become suburban like that.
Right.
Versus other places.
Which, tell me, D4, the New Republic, why aren't they letting these kids dream? They're like just a nicer version of the Empire, when you really think about it.
Yeah, I mean, we even saw it in other shows how crazy they are. Freaking therapy by a monotone robot. Are you okay? Like, are you feeling well? Like, and then brainwashing. Like, all right, yeah, we just have brainwashing. That's normal.
Like, they call it reconditioning, but I'm like, that's mad
like brainwashing.
Bro. Like, didn't we fight the Empire for our freedom to choose and be our own person? And now you're gonna tell me we wanna well, I guess not brainwashing every citizen. They're just doing that for the Imperial remnants that work for them. But like, you're still not really giving them a choice to like choose.
Nah, I feel like that could be used for more than that.
Yeah, and the whole telling the kids, oh, this test at 9 will basically dictate your whole future.
And bro's like, I want to be this. And it's like, that's not an option.
You know, like, I have a problem with that, too. If he said, I want to be a Jedi, then they'll be like, buddy, there's, like, only one Jedi out there. But he said, I want to do something to, like, help people.
You literally just help people. And it's like, yeah, that's what the helping droids are for.
I'm like, hello, Republic soldier, Republic like... I guess, it's part of this new universe, because Mando shows that even when they were doing that prison transfer in one of the episodes with Bill Burr's character when he was trying to free those Twi'leks, like, everything's like automated to these droids. Why aren't the New Republic giving people jobs to do? Why are they... I love droids, but like, where are the meat bags?
I guess they don't want to train soldiers.
Why not?
Because they're afraid of another war.
But that was the problem the Republic had in the Clone Wars. They didn't train soldiers, so when a war did happen, guess what they had to do? They had to go to these cloners.
They're just so war-phobic that they even think the people we train are gonna turn into freaking warmongers that go against us.
Oh, that's crazy.
Like, they went so on the other side.
But how did you not look? Because I think Mon Mothma in his canon, Mon Mothma like demilitarized the fleet, which is why they have like a skeleton crew, play on words, of a military. But I'm like, you know that one, there's a lot of Imperial remnants still existing, and two, this galaxy's chaotic. You have to have some kind of military backbone.
We have pirates all over.
You really have pirates. Which also, how sick was that intro when those pirates come in?
Oh, those pirates were cool.
They were so cool.
They look so puppet, but there's something so good about it.
That's another thing I love. I can't tell you what was actual like CGI. Like, obviously, the whole trapping of it to, like, make it look better, probably, like, a whole ton of CG in it. Yeah. But there's so much practical effects in there. Like, the Wolfman is definitely, like, a practical
the Wolfman, bro, was like...
Oh, my. I can imagine just being on the set
But there's a beauty in the practical effects. It just feels so handmade, so homemade.
Yes, it feels tangible.
Don't know why. It feels so much nicer than seeing all that like CGI.
Because it feels a little more down to earth in a sense. Like I could actually go and touch these things, which is why people love the original trilogy, because a lot of it was like puppetry and like movie magic.
There's just something that feels better.
Yes.
It's just like, man, maybe I could do that too.
Exactly. Not the whole, like, I love the Transformers, but all that CGI, you can't physically touch or interact with it. And it's so much better for the actors when they can actually see a Wolfman.
Yeah, they can see the Wolfman.
Yeah, and it's funny, the intro did not go the way I thought, because I'm like, okay, this is a cool intro for the pirates that I guess is going to be our quote-unquote main villains of the series or the show. Yeah. And the captain, wearing this like helmet and stuff, he comes in there, they rob, I guess, a New Republic ship. They open the door. He's like, the Wolfman's like, we did all this for one credit? And it's so funny. One of the pirates tapped the captain in the back. It's like,
oh, you finished.
You're finished.
You're done, boy.
And then just jump in there. I was like, I didn't see that coming. That's kind of funny.
That was.
That's another thing with the humor. The humor wasn't so on the nose. It was just like part of the world. Like, they're pirates. Like, they came in for credits. You couldn't pay them. They said, all right. We gotta get something. We gotta get something. And they took him out. And now the Wolfman, as we learned in episode 2, is now the new captain of this pirate crew, which I'm actually loving.
Let me drive the boat.
He said, let me drive the boat. And who's not driving the boat is Wham.
Oh, let's get started.
But I don't blame him, because his father kind of sucks a little bit.
Yeah, he's just one of the I gotta work, and I got no time for you. Make sure you're studying. Don't be goofing off. All right, I'm gonna work.
Bro, listen to your children. Listen to your children. And if your kid says, "Read me a bedtime story,"
that was. You couldn't take 5 minutes of your time to just read a short story, bro. Really? I get it. You gotta work. But damn, 5 minutes.
5 minutes is all we're asking for. And if a kid asks you to read me a bedtime story, your response shouldn't be, aren't you too old?
He's a child. What do you mean?
Bro,
although, maybe he's not wrong, because this is the age where they can choose the career for the rest of their life, so maybe he is technically too old.
He is too old. Yes, too old to begin the training.
Since he should be determining his career path right now.
Too old to begin the training. He
is too old.
Like, no, if my kid ever asks me for a bedtime, your kids will let you know when they're too old to read them bedtime stories. Don't worry, you don't have to ask them.
Yeah, you won't have to ask. It's like, aren't I too old for this?
Exactly. Then that's when you're like, okay, I'm gonna stop doing that.
No, but like to say that, I'm like, nah, this world has corrupted you.
No, yeah, and D4, let's talk about Elephant Man.
The elephant.
Now, be real, you were one of his biggest haters.
Yeah, I was hating. I thought he looked creepy as hell. I thought he looked like some weirdo, like Booba Teletubby, he looking bootleg backyardian.
But now.
Oh my god, he's so cute.
He's adorable.
Absolutely adorable.
The way he moves, and I don't know if that's a kid in that costume or that's like a full puppet. Either way, like whatever magic is going on behind, I don't even remember his name. I know they mentioned his name. We will remember all the. We don't even remember Wham because it's so whack. We're gonna remember all the. Yeah, that's the only reason why we remember that. But we'll remember the names. But he is precious. I want to just take him and punch his little cheeks and like wrap him in bubble wrap and
he's
just
keep
him.
Silly little Billy.
Oh my! He's such a stickler for the rules. He's like, do the assessment. I want to go home.
He was on the bus and he was like, yeah.
Would you say he's a little autistic elephant? I say yeah. I was like, I love him so much. And to think this is from a species that showed up randomly in Jabba the Hutt's in episode 6 playing the damn piano with his legs. Like, this is just one of the random species, and now he has a whole family on this planet who are all adorable. His brothers. Oh my god. When I put up those images for you guys to see, you would know what I'm talking about. And my mom would be one of the people who's like, this guy is ugly.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Which is fair.
You even mentioned that.
Fair.
You say he's cute in an ugly sort of way.
He's like a pug.
Yeah, like a pug.
Like cute ugly.
Like they're ugly, but they're so adorable still. And oh my god, I love his whole character. I love all the kids in general. You say you don't like Wham though.
I'm not a fan of Wham.
Explain to the people why you're not a fan of Wham.
I don't know. Like, I get it. He's, like, been in such a bubble that, like, bro wants to adventure, but, like, take a second to think. I know you're young, but, like...
He's a little chill.
Every single one of them are young.
Uh-huh.
And, like, even the ditzy little elephant has more common sense.
Well, in my opinion, I feel like, it's funny. Well, I don't know if the girl has, quote unquote, well, they all come from wealthy families relatively, but it seems like he has the most to lose in terms of like, cause everybody in this society is telling them, stop dreaming. You can't be whatever you want to be. You can't be Jedi. You can't be explorer. You can't be a protector or whatever. Do what we tell you to do. And the elephant kid is like, I'm gonna just grow up regular in society. And then the rebel girl's like, I'm just gonna do whatever. So I understand kind of where you're coming from. He's like, this place kind of sucks for my imagination. I need to go explore.
Just why did you press the button?
They did tell him, that's another thing. He's like, this is not my fault. I'm like,
yeah, that's what really annoyed me because he kept going, it's not my fault, this is your fault. And I'm like,
they literally told
Kid.
you, don't press the button. And he looks at the button, knowing that button could do something to either harm them or do something they're not supposed to be doing. He looks at it and he presses the button.
Listen.
And
it's a very kid-like thing to do. I'm not the biggest fan of kids, so I'm automatically a hater. But
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so when kids do kid things, I'm a little...
So you never did kid things like that? Like,
of course I did. I did so many dumb things.
Well, there you go.
I know.
He's like you.
Listen, I'm not being a hypocrite. I did dumb things when I was a kid too. I'm just...
She really didn't. She really did. Oh my god. This is making so much sense now. Because your mom was like that too. When she was young. That's making... Yo. Children is the most closest thing we're going to get to cloning. That's mad crazy now I think about it. Oh my god.
Listen, I love kids, but I also don't.
Yeah, and Wham is a mad... Like, they're all kids, but Wham particularly is a kid because he's a big dreamer, which is ironic because Master Yoda says adventure and excitement. That Jedi crave not these things. He's literally craving adventure and excitement. But he also wants to be a Jedi.
Well, good luck.
You can't be a Jedi. Also, I can't wait. If you got, like, I'm a big Star Wars fan, but I can't really read Arabic all that well. I know a lot of you are gonna, like, translate the hell out of what he was reading.
Oh, yeah, well, you already know. So, the secret hit in the text.
The sacred Jedi text.
Decrypting.
I can't wait to see what you guys, like, mention what he was reading, because I am mad curious. Because in episode 7... Rey, despite being on a desert planet with probably no internet, she knew about the legends of Luke Skywalker. So I'm assuming those are stories about either just default Jedi or maybe Luke himself.
Yeah, I don't know, but it looked cool. And bro only had one story, so he kept recycling the same story over and over again.
Over and over again.
Like, bro, someone needs to get him a new story.
For real. Even at the tension he's doing it, when he found the Jedi ship, not Jedi ship, pirate ship, which we don't know. We don't know if that's a Old Republic ship or one like a few centuries before. Yeah. I think it's a few centuries before because my mind can't wrap around it being an Old Republic ship being there that long. Because
how the hell is it functioning still?
Yeah, I know Star Wars technology is a little weird when it comes to that because like in the games, Star Wars The Old Republic, all the technology is relatively the same. Yeah. From then, which is like 5,000 years before Skywalker, till now.
That's kind of crazy, but you know.
Yeah, and that's because it's a fantasy.
Yeah, thing, just chalk it to Star Wars logic.
Yeah, they just look old. They look older, but they function all the same way. So I don't know if there's an Old Republic ship or a new one, but we did meet our droid. What's his name? SM something, I think, right?
SM33.
SM33. Yes.
I think SM33.
Listen, one thing you could say about the the Disney Lucasfilm new regime, one thing you can't say, they've never missed on droids.
You already know. We're D4. We know our droids.
We know our droids. And I'll even go so far to say, I think they might be doing better with the droids than
I love this
droid. Like, obviously we have C-3PO, R2, and we have the little background. But, like, the main droids that we see that actually be a part of our, like, story, they're cooking with all of them.
Cooking with,
Chopper, B2 Emo and Andor, K2SO in Rogue One. This guy, like, you're not missing. Even BB-8, who was replaced R2.
I love his pirateness.
Yes, he sounds like an Autobot. He's like one of those robots in the Transformers.
He's like a pirate Autobot, bro.
Oh, I love him. He's so like beaten up, and like there's a alien rat living in his eyes.
And he thick.
He's mad.
He's got the thighs, bro.
He got the thighs of a goddess. Mm-hmm. And that robot can throw hands. That man was whooping They go to this pirate port. You're whooping the hell.
Bro, you think he's slow because he's like clunk, clunk. Oh, nah.
Nah, he moving like Rocky. Mm-hmm. He look like Rocky 1 through 4. Pick one. Or even Rocky Balboa when he old. Pick one. He moving like all the Rockies. He whooping as. In fact, it turned from a kid show to like.
Bro, it's like searing the pirate on that freaking.
What'd you call him? You call him Captain America?
Yeah, Captain America. Because he does have America's ass.
He really does.
For a robo, he thick.
Oh my! I love his whole thing so much. I'm so mad that the Wolfman that we meet in the beginning of the series shoots him in the back.
It's always the cool people.
And I really hope, because you said he's the face of the little.
Yeah, they literally put him in the freaking intro with the intro. Mm-hmm. There's no way you just put him in the intro and then he's there for 2 episodes.
And he's dead. No, I refuse to accept
he coming back.
I think they're gonna.
It's part of the plan. I mean, even the little girl with the visor said, "Yeah, that's part of the plan."
Oh yeah, that they could get him back to get information.
If it's part of the plan, it's part of the plan.
Also, I love that little pirate port they're in.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that with the freaking guns.
With the guns, and the ships, and then I love how they have, what's a brothel? Or
they had like a little brothel or something.
And they're like, yeah, we probably shouldn't go in there.
You're like, yeah.
Yeah, and then the women at the door was like, are you children? And I'm like, have you never seen children before?
I doubt in that kind of place you would see children.
Well, I mean, just in general, why you could see them and see their children.
I mean, she's just probably so bewildered to see children here.
That's true, because usually children wouldn't be in such a scum and villainy place like this. But clearly, because Wham didn't want to go home, he said, we gonna shoot up in the galaxy, hyperspace all the way to God knows where. And when everyone says we want to go home, he's like, we just got here.
Press button.
That's his only annoying feature, but I give him a pass because he's a child with quote-unquote no hopes for the future. So the galaxy is his hope now for him to dream and adventure.
Good luck, kid.
Well, all I would say is let your friends go home.
Yeah, at least you could have just like, all right. But granted, his dad was way out there and he knew he was going to get the talking of a lifetime. Mm-hmm.
It's a letter from school. Says you haven't been there in months. In months!
So he probably thought, damn, I gotta prove something to my dad that this was worth it.
True.
So he probably like, this is my only chance.
That's actually a good point, because he does say, now my dad will believe me that this is a Jedi temple. It's not a Jedi temple. It's a ship. But I'm pretty sure his dad will still beat you up behind.
So I guess he thought, man, I'm gonna impress my dad. And then he's not gonna get mad at me.
Yeah, I think he's gonna. Well, I don't know how long they're gonna be missing, but his dad's probably gonna be like, "I miss you so much, son. I'm gonna listen to you more." This little adventure, quote unquote, will make his dad appreciate his son a little more, or maybe listen to him.
Tell him a damn bedtime story.
Please do. I know you're a single papa, but like you gotta hoop harder since you're a single. Also, what was this single? The only one who had a full household was the elephant kid.
Yeah.
The other one, and correct me if I'm wrong. The Mean Girl's mom was the one that came into school telling people about the assessment test, right?
She looked exactly the same, so
okay,
I'm gonna assume, unless she has a freaking twin.
Okay, bet. Cause I was looking at her, I'm like, is that the same person?
It looks like it. She seemed very like strict, so it would make sense that her mom is like so strict
like
about
that.
her like getting good grades.
Which makes sense, yeah. Which is why she's so rebel. So yeah, I think that was there. But she seemed like she had no dad. Wham has no mom. So I'm like, I'm assuming they had to be like either in the Rebel Alliance and they got murked, or I don't know
it's rough out here.
How? In the suburbs?
In the suburbs, it's rough.
It's rough in the suburbs.
Yeah, the times have changed.
You're right. Piracy runs the damn thing. Which is funny, because the text in the beginning said, was it the New Republic keeps order or something?
Something like that.
And I was like, I don't know why they're lying. The New Republic is like the biggest sham.
Bro,
in this new era.
They're trying to brainwash us.
They're literally trying to brainwash you to think the New Republic is hooping out here.
It's a bunch of hoopla.
Like, every time I see now when they get eliminated in episode 7, I'm like, they weren't doing much. I can see why the Empire, aka the First Order, came back. Because you guys were not on your stuff right now.
I remember when you, like, they couldn't even have a certain type of snack because it was, like, associated with the freaking... Was it associated with, like, the Empire or something?
Well, oh, yes, the biscuits they used to eat
biscuits,
in Mando, right? Yeah. They couldn't have that because it was Imperial food. I'm like, it's food.
It's literally just food.
It's like, buddy, what are you doing?
So, see, if they're going crazy about freaking biscuits, can you imagine how crazy they're going about, you want to protect things? Oh, what does that mean? Like,
it means I want to protect the New Republic. Like, he didn't say I want to dominate planets or subjugate people.
That's like having a bad dream, bro. Like, that's not allowed.
He sensed my power as he senses yours, and he feared it.
We know what happens to people who have bad dreams.
Why are you having a bad dream? That's telling me something.
So, in order for them not to have bad dreams, what you're telling me is they gotta crush their dreams and conform them to society standards.
Yeah. Which is weird. Also, why in their classes do they have like an Etch-a-Sketch built into their desk?
I was literally thinking that because when he was doing the little thing, I was like, that's like what we used to play as kids.
I'm like, that's cool, but how the hell is that practical in like writing anything?
Well, I guess it's for writing and stuff, but he just used it to draw.
But like the way it literally just has buttons. I don't know if you can like write on it.
Like write on the actual tablet?
But like if it's just buttons, that would make things incredibly hard to write.
That's actually very true. Unless they're literally drawing like star maps or something like that.
They could be. I don't know, but the suburbs got Etch-a-Sketches.
I know. That's another thing too. Like it looked alien, but I'm like, that's an Etch-a-Sketch.
Etch-a-Sketch.
Like, if you're a kid who grew up in the early 2000s, you know, like, that's what we used to do, just draw little things, erase it, and then do it again. Like, you know what it is.
Had the erase feature.
As soon as the woman came in, erased the whole thing. I was like, that's a nice little
Which was
touch.
impressive. Like, that kid can draw.
I thought so, too.
Like, damn.
He got a lot of talents. I think this planet literally snuffing out the talent out of this kid.
Clearly.
Even though he's literally living on a quote-unquote treasure trove of a planet, which also, it's part of the New Republic, and everyone seems to know, the pirates all seem to know this is a treasure trove planet because he got gold credits for lunch money. But why aren't other Republic people, like, why aren't the Republic people, like, either, I don't know, mining that place or, like, because people in the Republic knows where it is and it exists. Yeah. But the pirates think it's like a mythical land of treasure and adventure.
I don't know. As I said, it must be like a hush-hush kind of like
secret upper echelon planet.
Yeah, that like I guess only higher ups know about.
Fun question. You think my mom might have a summer home here?
She probably does have a summer home here. She definitely does.
Do you think we're gonna run into her in this show?
Nah, probably not.
I know we're probably not gonna.
Probably not.
We might maybe see like maybe a speech of her and like a hologram or something.
But definitely not like her.
Now let's make some speculations. Okay. I need a speculation hat. Do you think we're gonna see Hondo Onaka?
Come on. This is a whole damn show where literally in the beginning it says piracy. If we don't have Hondo, that's crazy. At least, okay, not even if he shows up, just like a mention of him.
Nah, you mention him, he gotta show up. You can't mention Hondo.
Because they might not want to do, like, those type of cameos in this one.
Nah, if he show up, he not gonna be no cameo. He gotta be like for an episode. Or two.
I don't know.
He's one of the biggest pirates, in my opinion, in the galaxy.
Like, I love him, and that's why I want to see him, but, like, I don't know.
So, you think he's gonna be in here?
I feel like they always gotta put, like, that one character in, so I am assuming...
That one little cameo, right?
Yeah, so I'm assuming if there is one cameo, it's gonna be him.
We also gotta remember Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. I don't know how much they had their fingers in this, but it's part of the Mandoverse. And we know Dave Filoni remembers all his characters. So if there's any chance for Hondo to show up,
it's probably gonna happen.
It has to be in this one.
It's probably gonna
happen. If you remember in Galaxy Edge where we went on the First Order New Resistance ride? Remember that animatronic Hondo?
Yeah, it looked great.
Could have something like that. Oh my god. Hondo hasn't been in this show.
I'm
100% sure Hondo
be.
Onaka is going to be in this show. And I kind of want him to low-key adopt these children.
I don't think he's going to adopt them, but you know.
But he likes kids. He liked Katuni and all those little Jedi babies and when he was trying to rob the ship, even though he was trying to murder them, kind of.
Yeah.
And then he loves Ezra.
So he probably is going to love them by trying to murder them.
Yeah.
That's just his love, bro.
Yeah. He's probably, because even though I would say Rebels probably softened up a little bit, but he's still very much scummy.
Yeah.
He's still out for Hondo.
Which is perfect for this show.
I know. Oh my god. I don't even know, because this is part of Mandoverse. Mando's not really, he's not retired.
Yeah.
But like, he's not going out bounty hunting like that, so I doubt we'll run into him.
Probably not.
Because he's on the planet.
At the same time, they got a movie coming soon, so they might want to just have a little show of their existence.
Because I doubt the kids will be like relative for the movie, but maybe the planet might be.
Yeah, it could be.
Or what's going on it. So it'll be fun to see them. Because last time we seen them, they were in their summer home on the planet. So I don't know if they're going to be running around doing stuff. But like, Mando's an adventurer. So if we run into him, it won't be weird. Because
it wouldn't be weird.
He'd be around and we'll see Grogu. And we'll see how the kids interact with Grogu, if that's a thing. So that would be... To Grogu and the elephant. I want it.
Two beings that have that like pug-like quality.
Oh my god, with the adorable babies in the galaxy.
Look at your little wrinkles.
Oh, I know they both have.
They're both wrinkles.
That's crazy. They both have wrinkles in their children. Like, so I'm really hoping we're gonna see Mando and them.
Oh, also, I forgot to mention. Like, hold up, that was weird. When that little girl said an alien. Like, excuse me? That's kind of racist.
I'm so glad you remembered that. I almost forgot about that because it was so non-Star Wars where they go in, I think when they just landed in the port, right?
Yeah.
And first of all, there's tons of aliens at your school.
There's an alien right next to you.
The elephant kids are aliens.
But she was like, an alien. I'm like, huh? What do you mean?
That's like kind of saying, oh, you're black.
Yeah, that's like going a black person, and then a black person's like right next to you, and you're like, what?
I'm like, bro, in Star Wars, there's no such thing as aliens. There are human species.
There literally can't be aliens species. Because people travel everywhere, and there's hyperspace. No one's an alien anymore.
Everyone just lives where they live. There's no such thing as aliens. You're an alien then.
That was
my only...
What the hell?
And you could tell... I don't know I think John Watts wrote this show. John Watts, right? Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. They all say they're big Star Wars fans, so I'll believe them until, God tells me that.
It could just be a slip up.
But you gotta know in Star Wars, there's no such thing as aliens.
That's true.
I think they did that in one of the EU thing with the Yuuzhan Vong. I think they called them, like, it was like an alien invasion. And I'm like, what do you mean alien invasion? They're just creatures.
That is something strange. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a little nitpick. That's probably like the one real negative about this show.
Like, maybe she was saying alien, like she's never seen someone like that, so it's like alien to her.
But like, I've seen so many characters meet things or species that they've never seen before, and they never call it alien. Just like, I've never seen this before, and then she called it. It threw us back. It was like, there's no such thing as alien girl in this dang universe.
I'm not too sure what alien means in this universe.
Yeah, I know it means something you never encountered before, and that's probably what she meant.
Yeah.
And I hope they don't have stuff like that at all. But I later was like,
I'm gonna chalk it down to she just meant that this is like some a kind of person that she's never seen before.
But the fact that that's like literally probably our only real gripe about these first two episodes.
Yeah, that is like super minor.
That's super minute. This is so refreshing from the Acolyte.
Oh my god!
I can't wait to see Star Wars channels actually like love talking about Star Wars again.
Yeah, I see everyone's really liking it.
And the bar was so low, so anything they could have did really couldn't have been that bad. The bar is really low.
At least the bar they gave us was even higher than the low bar we expected.
I know. I literally couldn't stop grinning the whole episodes. Like, it literally made me feel like a kid again. And that's the importance of Star Wars. Like, you feel like a kid again in an adventurous galaxy that could literally go anywhere. Same feeling Mando gave us the first couple seasons. So I'm enjoying this show so far. The first two episodes, episode 1, 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah, that's for 7.5.
Because the suburban area really tripped me up for a most part.
Yeah. I think 7.5 is a good starting.
Yeah. Episode 2 definitely got an 8 out of 10.
Oh, yeah. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 8.5.
8.5 out of 10. Because that's when it gets real Star Wars. Like, I think it's only going to get better from there. And also, before we forgot about this. Jude Law's character, the scummy looking thing when they got thrown into their brig.
Oh, right.
He's Force sensitive.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Unless it was the little mouse.
Yeah, unless it was
a little mouse.
Which he was surprisingly sentient until he wasn't, and he scurried away. But now this guy came in, and he's like, "Are you a Jedi?" He's like, and I'm like, "You're definitely not a Jedi.
Oh, hell no.
You're definitely not no Jedi. You have no aura that tells me that you're a Jedi."
Bro gives the aura of scum. I'm sorry.
He's literally scum. But the real question is he Force sensitive scum?
Maybe.
Because Haja in Obi-Wan was using magnets and shit to move things. So, but you know what? I think he's actually Force sensitive. I don't think he
probably is.
I think because there are instances where people who are Force sensitive, they don't get found by the Jedi. And in this era, like, the Jedi aren't running around collecting children. So I actually think he's Force sensitive, and that would be a good little wrinkle of how you have the kid adventure, but you still have the mythology, the mysticism of the Force hovering around these kids. And this kid, Wham, wants to be a Jedi. So now you literally have someone who's Jedi adjacent to, like, for him to talk to and, like, be like, okay, maybe I could learn from the Force or something like that.
We'll see about that one.
Yeah, so I don't know if I like his character yet. He seems weird.
He does seem like a strange, crazy man.
Like, we shouldn't talk to this.
Yeah, like stranger danger.
Yeah, but I think he's gonna grow on us and the children, and he's probably he's probably starting off as scum, and he's probably gonna get a heart of gold later on, like Hondo kind of did.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting his journey, and I'm curious to see if this links any deeper into Jedi story. Like, will they actually find a Jedi temple? Like,
listen, he said Jedi Temple like 15 times. If we don't see a Jedi Temple, come on.
Yeah, they have to run into one by accident, especially with this guy running around. So I'm so curious and so excited to see where it leads with that. But you guys let us know what you thought of the first 2 episodes of the Skeleton Crew in the comments below. And as always, like and subscribe to the D4 channel for all your Star Wars entertainment news on this side of the YouTube galaxy. Click the bell to update you on notifications for every time we upload a video. D4, I'm glad we're back.
We're so back.
I'm glad we're back. And I'm glad y'all back. And I'm glad this show is so far a Star Wars banger. So far. Let's hope they keep it up.
Yeah, please.
So, without further ado, we'll see you guys later. May the Force be with you. And please, if someone tells you not to push the dang button, don't push the button. We'll see you guys later. Peace.